I'm Paula from Chic Emporium, and today we are doing this lovely, I don't even know what you call it, writing bureau with a cabinet on the top. And I found this in a junk shop and I just loved it because of all the insides. It's a little bit different to the ones we've done before, so it was a must. It needed quite a lot of repair work, to be honest. My husband's been hard at it repairing, and the top of this section needed rebuilding as well. So it needs a good clean up, which we haven't done yet, so we're going to give it a good clean and then we're going to get creating. Quite often when I do videos, I've already got a plan in my head and I know exactly what I'm going to do, and I show you the colours and so on. But today I'm going to really show you how we go about a project where we're not really sure where it's going and we just keep trying and playing until it comes out into something amazing. So I'm initially going, the only two clues that I've got is I want to go with red and I want to go with gold. So that's it. So I'll come back to you when we're at the next point. Alright. Right, so the first thing that we've done is taken the innards out, because I think it will make it much easier to paint. Sometimes that's impossible to do, but we were lucky with this one, we could get this one out. So what we're going to do is paint all of this section completely gold. I think it will look really stunning when it's open. So I'm going to use Frenchine gold. I've got a teaspoon and a pot, but I don't want it quite as neat gold, so I'm going to add a little bit of cool copper to just tone the gold down a little bit. So I've put quite a lot in because we've got quite a lot to paint, and then I'm just going to mix the French machine with the finishing coat. Got a dusty. Look at that. Just mix this up into a really lovely gold, which will look lovely with the red. Absolutely. Okay, so we'll come back when we're at the next stage. Thank you. Right, so what I've done, as you can see, is I've given everything one coat of flamenco, and at that point I've then got a normal baby wipe and just rubbed back so that you can see the wood colour underneath. That's not paint underneath, that's the wood. So one coat, and then I've rubbed back the black. It's already looking pretty magnificent. But what I want to do now is introduce some drama to the piece. So we're going to do some layering and some washing. So I've set up here three colours. One, my red that we've already started with, Loof for the shadows and the darkness, and Sugar Puff for the highlights. So what we're going to do is use my dry brush, completely bone dry, to blend these three colours in and give us some texture here. So we'll start with, I've had to already water down this because I had only a very little bit left in my pot, but normally I would be putting this brush straight into the water first and then loosening up. So let's see if we can get any dark out of this. So it's not very dark, but it's dark enough. So we just add in very quick succession the dark. I'm then going to put my brush in the water so it's nice and wet.
It's running.
Doesn't matter.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to go back in. Okay. Put some more white over here. See, it was a bit thick there, so I'm just going to add some water. Okay. And last of all, a little bit of red. Back in. So then what I do, I'm going to be doing this all over the piece, is use my dry brush to blend that all in. Now one thing I've found, because as you can see this is really pretty runny, that helps the process is to we're starting to get some texture in there, which is what I want. So I'm going to add some more red. and carry on in this way until I'm happy with the look. So as you can see, the brush strokes are random in different directions, so I don't want it all uniformed. And if I happen to go over the bits which are already revealing the wood, it's okay because I can go back over it with a baby wipe to re-reveal it. So just sort of mainly keeping away from it, but it doesn't matter. Now the red's looking really rich and delicious. Let's see if I've got a bit more black now. Okay, so I'm going to keep working throughout the whole piece in the same way, adding dark, adding light, adding back more red, so that I've got a much more textured drama piece, and then I'll come back and show you how it looks. Right, so as you can see, I've finished. It was a labour of love. Painting this stencil on, it didn't transfer as brilliantly as it has in the past. I think it's probably because I did it upright. Probably would have been better if I'd laid it on its back. So it has taken quite a while and been lots of sitting in peculiar positions to get it done, but I'm quite pleased with it. I used some water to kind of smudge areas because I wanted it to look old, and then finally I got a thick sort of stencil brush with some watered down black and literally used my finger to flick in various places, so there's lots of dots again to add to the age look. So I quite like the effect. I've still got to sand it and just stress it a bit more, but so far that's the look that we've got. Inside is a bit wow. Look at this. Dun dun dun. Absolutely amazing. I got my hubby on this. He painted this meticulously. It's all gold, all blinged with the Frenchine and the cushion to match. I've still got some handles and knobs and do's in black, and I've got to do some wet distressing on the inside so the black's tied in as well. So that's left to do on that. And then on this cupboard, managed to pick up some wallpaper from B&Q. Beautiful red. It's got some flecks of gold in it, got some white, because I kind of wanted the backdrop to be lighter so you could actually see it. We've PVA'd it in because it's just easier to work with PVA and the weight of the paper, and you get a little bit of time to move it around. So that's all gone in. So what we've got left to do here is paint the shelves, paint the sides, paint the insides. We're going to do that in Panther. And I've still got the bits to do here that I described earlier. So once we've got a bit further down, I'll show you where we're at. Oh, thank you. Right, so I have now currently given it one clear layer of wax. I wanted to protect what I've got, so that's the safest thing to do. So I have clear waxed it everywhere. I think I'm going to add some defining wax and some white wax and have a go and see what that looks like, but we'll film that bit so you can see that as it's happening. Before I get to that, I've got some hardware that I've taken off, and in the past I often used to replace hardware for pretty crystal things and so on, and I do sometimes, but these are perfectly lovely and fitting with the piece. So all I'm going to do with this is use my Frenchine mixture that I used for the gold inside, which was 50/50 gorgeous gold and cool copper. Mix it up with some finishing coat and paint these so that it matches and brings a little bit of bling to the outside. So I'm going to go and paint all of those. That's going to take a little while because they're a bit fiddly, and then we'll come back and start the waxing. Right, it's finished. We decided after lots of contemplation, once we'd put the gold bling on our handles, that it just popped the whole thing and made it look amazing. So we added this and this, and then I just decided it didn't need any more waxing. That was the original plan, to do it with defining wax and clear white wax. I was a little worried that the white wax might make it look a bit pink. I don't know because I haven't tried it. So we decided it was enough. It just looks so lovely. So we added the gold to these bits, tied it all in, put it all together, it looks lovely. Inside, panther, and this wallpaper just popping it. And then this is the biggest gorgeousness of all. Look at that. So the last thing we did was a little bit of stenciling on the gold, turning the stencil upside down so that we had half there and the other half there. There's wallpaper again in the back, all matching up, so it all looks stunning. I think you'll agree, I hope you'll agree, it's a really, really gorgeous piece. It's got to be one of my favourites. So, thank you for watching. Hope you've learnt something, hope you have a go, hope you love it as much as I do. Please like and follow my page. It's www.facebook.com/The Emporium Furniture, which will take you straight to Chic Emporium. Thank you, till the next one.